everyone, and welcome to the vlog. I had a really great week. I have hiccups. And welcome to the vlog. I would like to talk a little bit about the books that I have read in March. Now, March was not a very easy reading month for me. There has just been so much going on right now in the world that it's been difficult for me to concentrate on my books. As such, I only read 2 books, but they were good books. So the first book that I read was Nevermore, and Nevermore kind of caught me by surprise. If I can be honest with you, I was sort of expecting not to like it all that much. Sometimes I do that with books. I hear hype, I hear people love it, and then for me I think, surely I must not like it then. However, that wasn't the case with Nevermore. It was a really interesting, exciting story about a girl. She is told that she will die on her 11th birthday and that she is a cursed child and that all things wrong in her vicinity is because of her, which is a lot of pressure on a 10-year-old. However, before she is to die, she is whisked away to Nevermore, and there things get exciting. She starts to compete for a space on the Wondrous Society, and she is taken through different trials in order to secure a spot. There are many twists and there are many turns that happen throughout the book, and one thing that I love so much about it is that the characters are just so lovely. I really like Morrigan. I really love Finestra, and if you want to know more about my thoughts while I was reading it, then you can go ahead and look at my previous vlogs because I documented my reading journey through those books. All in all, I was happy to give it a 4-star out of 5, and really that doesn't happen all that much for me. Then the next book I read was called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse by Charles McKeesey. So I knew that I was probably going to like this book before I read it, and generally the reviews and the recommendations have been positive. I had been told that it wasn't as good as Winnie the Pooh, or it wasn't that in-depth as it. However, this book really caught me by surprise. When I first started reading the book, I thought there were some really nice sayings that are incorporated with this book. For instance, I'll read you one. "Sometimes," said the horse. "Sometimes what?" asked the boy. "Sometimes just getting up and carrying on is brave and magnificent." But reading these inspirational quotes and seeing these beautiful illustrations, I'm not exaggerating at all when I say that reading this book really brought me to tears many times. There's this innocence associated with the young boy as he's going through life, carrying on and encountering different obstacles along his way, though you're never quite told what the obstacles are. They're very vague. And in that sense, I think that they are applicable to many different situations. And if you are going through a difficult time right now, which I imagine that many people are, you can relate to the boy's journey through that time and through that period as you are experiencing what you are going through right now. Because of that, I think that the illustrations were beautiful, the quotations were beautiful as well, and they really helped me quite significantly, so I couldn't give it less than a 5-star. I can see myself rereading this book over and over again in the future. And also it will be a book that hopefully my friends aren't watching this, because I might just be purchasing it for some of my very special friends in the future. I'm going to be looking for some more light reads that will help me as well get through April, May, June, however long it takes. And with that being said, currently I am reading the Traveling Cat Chronicles. Cam is one of my viewers, and I consider her a dear friend to Sarah's Reading Nook. So she has mentioned this book quite a few times to me. So I'm going to continue on with the vlog, and however this time, instead of reading the book, I'm going to be listening to the audiobook. Hey guys, so I'm just wrapping up the vlog right now. I had a really great week. I have hiccups. I had a really great weekend. I made some great cookies, I made some great other stuff, and we had some really awesome like salads and sandwiches. Really hope that you're all having a wonderful Easter. I haven't been able to read too much. Hopefully I'll read more tonight. But anyhow, I'm going to sign off today's vlog. I hope that you're all doing really well and that you had some time to spend with your loved ones this weekend, and hopefully that you were able to do some FaceTime or Skype or Zoom, for instance. Anyhow, I'm going to sign off for this week, and I hope to see you next weekend as well. Alright, have a fantastic week, and see you next weekend. Bye!